How's it going, everybody? If you run a landscape supply business or maybe some sort of heavy retail operation, then this video is for you. Having the right business insurance in place is one of the most important things that you can do as an operation. So today I wanted to go over some of the main coverages that most businesses, most landscape supply stores will be looking into. And then of course, why each of them matter. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian. I'm an independent insurance agent based here in the state of Michigan, Metro Detroit specifically, and I work with businesses on their commercial insurance programs as well as helping families and individuals with their personal insurance, their home, their auto insurance as well. My goal with this channel is to pass on a little bit of educational information to you so that you can make more informed decisions around your insurance and then overall help answer any questions that you might have. So let's get into it, and before we get too far into the video, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, and if you find this video helpful, useful, anything like that, please feel free to like, share, pass it along with anyone else as well. The first coverage I want to talk about is general liability insurance. This helps protect your business if a third party gets injured because of your operation or maybe at your location, or if somebody else's property is damaged because of your business operation. For a landscape supply store or a heavy retail operation, this could be something like a customer slipping and falling at your store, or maybe damage caused from loading materials or dropping them off at a customer site. And now the cost for general liability insurance is most likely going to be tied to your business's annual revenue. But if your store also does any actual landscaping work where you have crews going out and doing any sort of installation or service work, then there will also be some sort of payroll exposure that ties into the premium calculation as well. And if you subcontract any of that type of work out as well, that cost will also be tied in. Next is commercial property insurance. If you do own the building that your business operates out of, you'll obviously need coverage for the actual building, the actual structure itself. But even if you just lease your space, you still will need commercial property coverage for all of your contents that your business owns. So things like your inventory, your shelving, any sort of equipment, office furniture, tools, everything inside your store. And also try to make sure that this contents coverage is valued as accurately as possible, especially if your inventory does include more expensive materials. Then you'll also want to consider business income coverage. This helps protect any lost revenue if there ever is a covered claim, such as something like a fire, and your business has to shut down for a period of time. This is what will help with those ongoing costs and expenses while you can't operate. And then we have workers' compensation insurance. If you have employees here in the state of Michigan, you are going to be required to carry workers' comp. This helps protect your employees if they do get injured on the job and helps with things like medical expenses, lost wages, and rehab services. And the cost for this coverage is going to be based on your payroll and then the class codes for all your employees. And those class codes are going to be based on their job duties as well. Another key policy is going to be commercial auto insurance. If your business owns trucks, vans, dump trucks, or any sort of vehicle that is being regularly used by the business, you will need a commercial auto insurance policy. And if your business does operate heavier vehicles like dump trucks, or you just have a larger fleet, this is definitely going to be one of the most important parts of your commercial insurance program. So make sure that you have enough liability coverage on this policy, that all your vehicles are listed out. If you have any loans or leases on any of them, that those vehicles have comprehensive and collision coverage, and then that all employees that will be driving the vehicles are listed out in the policy as well. Again, this is a key part of your business insurance program. I've made several other videos going deeper onto commercial auto insurance if you want to look into those as well. And then depending on how your business operates, you might also need what is called inland marine insurance. This covers any equipment or machinery that might be leaving your business's main location. Things like loaders, skid steers, or maybe any other mobile equipment that goes to and from job sites, to or from properties. And inland marine can also include cargo coverage for any materials that are in transit as well. So if it's not permanently attached to your building and going from one place to another, this is where you would need inland marine coverage. Now next is another very important policy to consider as well, commercial umbrella insurance. This gives you an extra layer of liability coverage over your primary policies. So your workers' comp, your commercial auto, and your general liability. And when you are an operation like a landscape supply store or a retail store that does sell heavier materials, and then you also have business vehicles on the road, you have customer foot traffic. If there ever is an incident, a lawsuit could get very expensive very fast. And a commercial umbrella policy really is one of the most cost-effective ways to increase your protection. And depending on the type of clients that you're working with, you might have certain liability requirements as well, where you would actually just be required to carry a commercial umbrella policy based on those contracts. Now, for the most part, those are the main coverages that nearly every type of landscape supply store or heavy retail business is going to be looking into. But then there are also some optional coverages that some businesses might be considering as well. First is going to be your cyber insurance. This is obviously extremely important for any sort of retail type business in today's world. It helps protect against data breaches, third-party lawsuits if customer data is impacted. And I will always say some amount of coverage in this area is better than nothing. And then there's employment practices liability insurance, sometimes called EPLI. And this helps protect your business from employment-related lawsuits. So think harassment, discrimination, wrongful termination. And then depending on your operation, you might also need to look into pollution liability insurance. Overall, every landscape supply store and heavy retail business will be a little bit different, but really these are going to be the core coverages that nearly everyone's going to be looking at or already have in place. So thank you for watching, and if you are looking for help with your commercial insurance program or insurance in general, I would love the opportunity to work with you and see if our team can help. There are a lot of ways to get a hold of me, and they should all be in the description below. Please feel free to text, call, email, fill out a contact form, whatever's easiest. And if you have any other questions about insurance, please feel free to reach out directly or leave them in the comments below. I would love to help answer those as well. So thank you again.